Welcome back to Self Care Podcast, the show where we mix a shot of inspiration with practical tips to kickstart your day. I'm Rayan, and together we'll turn simple ideas into daily habits that make life smoother, happier, and way more productive. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive right in.
Hello, and welcome to Living Better, the podcast dedicated to helping you find more meaning, balance, and joy in your everyday life. I'm your host, Michael. In today's fast-paced world, do you ever feel like you're constantly rushing just to keep up? Well, today we're exploring a powerful antidote to that feeling, the concept of slow living. And to guide us through this topic, I'm thrilled to welcome Sarah Jennings, a lifestyle coach and the author of the best-selling book, The Intentional Day. Sarah, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure, Michael. I'm excited to talk about this.
Great. So, for our listeners who might be hearing this term for the first time, what exactly is slow living? I think many people hear slow and just imagine moving at a snail's pace.
That's a very common misconception. Slow living isn't about doing everything slowly. It's about doing things at the right speed. It's about prioritizing intention and mindfulness over the relentless pursuit of more. Essentially, it's a mindset shift. Instead of rushing through life and letting the day control you, you consciously choose to savor the moments, to connect more deeply with your activities, your food, and the people around you. It's about quality over quantity.
So it's not about being lazy or unproductive, which I think is a major barrier for people. It's about being more deliberate. Could you give an example of what that shift looks like in a real-life scenario?
Absolutely. Think about your morning coffee. The rushed version is gulping it down while scrolling through emails and news alerts, your mind already racing ahead. The slow living approach is to take 5 minutes. You sit, perhaps by a window, and you just drink your coffee. You notice the taste, the warmth of the mug, the smell. It's the same activity, but one adds stress and the other cultivates a sense of peace. That's the deliberation in action.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It sounds like the direct opposite of the hustle culture we see so much of online, the pressure to always be productive and on.
Exactly. Hustle culture glorifies being busy, whereas slow living glorifies being present. It questions the assumption that faster is always better. And I think that's precisely why it's resonating with so many people right now.
That leads perfectly into my next question. Why do you think this movement is gaining so much momentum now? What's driving this trend?
I believe it's a response to a collective burnout. We're more connected digitally than ever before, but many of us feel more disconnected from ourselves and our communities. The constant barrage of information, notifications, and the pressure to perform has left people feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. Slow living offers a way to reclaim our time and attention. It's a quiet rebellion against the idea that our worth is tied to our productivity. People are craving authenticity and a more sustainable pace of life, not just environmentally, but for their own mental and emotional well-being.
That makes so much sense. It's about sustainability for the human spirit. So, for someone listening who feels that burnout and wants to make a change, this can all sound a bit daunting. Where does one start? What are some practical, simple steps we can take?
It's definitely about small, consistent actions, not a massive life overhaul overnight. One of the most effective things you can do is to embrace single tasking. Our brains are not wired for multitasking, despite what we're told. When you're making coffee, just make coffee. Experience the aroma, the warmth. When you're talking to a friend, put your phone away and just listen. It's a game changer.
The myth of multitasking. I'm definitely guilty of that. What's another tip?
Create a mindful morning routine. The first hour of your day can set the tone for the rest of it.
Instead of immediately grabbing your phone and letting the world's demands rush in, take just 5 or 10 minutes for yourself. This could be some gentle stretching, journaling, or simply sitting with a cup of tea in silence. It creates a buffer of peace before the chaos begins.
And my third tip would be to schedule time to disconnect. Actively plan screen-free periods into your day or week. You could call it a digital sunset. Maybe an hour before bed, all screens go off. This allows your mind to wind down and helps you be more present with yourself or your family.
Single tasking, mindful mornings, and a digital sunset. Those are incredibly practical and feel very achievable. Sarah, this has been so enlightening. Thank you for breaking down slow living in such an accessible way.
You're very welcome, Michael. The key is to remember it's a practice, not a destination. Just be gentle with yourself as you start.
Wonderful advice. For our listeners who want to learn more from you, where can they find you?
My book, The Intentional Day, is available wherever books are sold, and you can find more resources and articles on my website, sarahjenningsliving.com.
Perfect. We'll have links to that in our show notes. A big thank you again to our guest, Sarah Jennings. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Living Better. I hope this conversation inspires you to find a moment of intentional slowness in your day. Until next time, be well.
Thanks for tuning in to Self-Care Podcast. Remember, it's the little daily habits that brew the biggest changes over time. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your productivity and your life perk right up. Until next time, keep sipping, keep striving, and have an amazing day.